Let's take a look at the paper, shall we? The Guardian's leading with US President Donald Trump claiming that his Russian counterpart, Vladimir Putin, is ready for peace talks to end the Ukraine war. Same story on the front of the Mirror, which comes after a phone call between the two leaders where they agreed to begin negotiations to end the war in Ukraine immediately.
Meanwhile, The Times has the story on the public inquiry into the Nottingham attacks going ahead. Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer has promised the families of all three victims justice, accountability and transparency. And the former model Katie Price, she's revealed her son Harvey is to start weight loss jabs, she says, to save his life. That's in The Sun this morning.
Now, from waiting in corridors to ambulance queues, delays for treatment, the demand on our hospital services is growing.
Over the next 24 hours, the BBC will report live from one of the largest hospitals for the NHS. That's the Royal Free Hospital in North London, to find out more about the impact on staff and patients.
Also tonight, the Prime Minister backs Rachel Reeves after a BBC investigation raises questions about errors in the Chancellor's online CV.
We're live at the Royal Free Hospital in North London. As latest figures show, across England, 1 in 7 patients taking up hospital beds are actually fit to go home.
We're probably experiencing some of the most difficult times in the emergency department we've ever had.
We spent 24 hours with staff and patients as the crush on space became overwhelming. Patients, some waiting for several hours, line the corridors as the NHS faces one of its toughest financial years in history.
Police forces warn they're catching too many people driving more than 3 times the speed limit in residential areas.
Growing calls for more regulation around the sale of car number plates after this programme discovered sites selling them without checking documents.
Some of the suppliers are arguing against the DVLA. Your regulation's not fit for purpose in the common world, and we can do it in a responsible way. Now, unfortunately, as your investigation revealed, some aren't even attempting to even do that and not even checking documentation at all.
Yeah, we'll find out further reaction to our report. Also tonight, residents in South London are without water for a second day in a row. A London council announces extra funding for community enforcement officers in the borough to make it safer. And the person in the portrait, find out what's extraordinary about him and makes his picture worth preserving.